Hiya.
Hi.
It's nice. It's nice to meet you. You're okay to introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do. What's
Oh, myself
yeah,
personally.
yeah.
I'm the Corpus Delicti guitarist, and I'm as well. I was on the first album at the beginning of the band, and then I left after the first album and the first EP. Um, and producer and mixer and stuff like this. I do that for a long time, and when I left the Corpus band, I create my own band, like called Curl, with the ex Cranes drummer. Since we did like 4 albums, and the new one is nearly ready as well. So it's just my life is just music, 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 production, music.
I'm very busy by the sounds of it. It sounds like you got lots going on.
Yeah, yeah. Also, personally, I'm quite surfing on the Corpus wave, and also about the production of the album. So I've got some kind of good feedbacks about the sound and the production. So I've got more and more jobs coming in. So I'm not complaining. and
and
yeah,
and the video. So I've been listening to the album. I've watched the video with
yeah,
Jean-Luc in the
yeah,
video. How did all
yeah,
that come about?
yeah. So it's funny because and in a general way, um, we of course were reunited after a long time, and uh, and everything went back to the roots. But like uh, as a live thing, we didn't look for that, you know. So we wanted to do this video with someone acting, not us being on the video playing instruments. Was a bit we did like two videos already in this way, so we wanted to do something a bit different. And Sebastian wrote the because of the lyrics, he wrote a kind of scenario of this video, and we were looking for someone kind of special person. And Jean-Luc, I don't know if you know him, but Jean-Luc is a guy from Nice.
Where you
So
guys are
same
from?
area, and at the time he was a teacher in an art school, you know. But in the Nice one, before he became famous, and so he knew the band at the time. So we thought about him straight away, and he accepted the offer in a split second, you know. And he was really funny and interesting, and I mean, he's a really nice guy. Really shy as well in some ways, even if he looks really but you know, it's the opposite in real life. It's really sweet, and then afterwards we went into his art, and we find also the this picture who became the cover of the album.
Because the way he creates his artwork's amazing. He's got this like process with photocopies, and he uses like a chemical, and he has like
Yeah,
eyeshadow and feathers and things like that to his
exactly,
artwork.
exactly, yeah. So yeah, we really like the. I mean, we really like his heart first, because it was important for us to pick someone like fitting what we are. He knew the band, he loved the bands, and I mean, it's been really natural in the end to work with him. And the video has been made in my living room, so it was a fucking mess for 4 days. Look, to be honest, we did the video in the living room. I mean, the whole house was totally faded, and the only and I was mixing the song at the same time in studio. So it was really funny because they were doing video recording while I was mixing the song at the same time. It was absolutely fun. Yeah, and it was really hot. It was June, and I think it was the period of the year the most hot in Nice, but like 35 degrees.
Oh,
Anyways,
That sounds crazy. I
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
my cat went mad for 4 days. That was, it was a funny thing. I mean, it was a really nice, funny memory in the end, you know. But I mean, for 4 days, I couldn't stay home. You couldn't walk in the house at all. And I'm lucky I've got a big living room, so which is cool. But you couldn't walk anywhere. There was stuff everywhere. The only place was a bit. I told the guys, "Hey, let my studio free, please," because the only place I could breathe and chill. And then I was mixing the song at the same time. So yeah, it was really funny.
How did your cat manage?
It's still alive. She's still alive. So look,
Oh.
I don't know, goes mad.
Is she used to the chaos then?
Not really. Well, she's really friendly. So every time someone comes home, she goes and gets some cuddles and stuff, you know. But there
Oh.
were maybe 15 people coming in and out with sofas, you know, furniture. We moved the bed out of my bedroom to put in the living. I mean, it was like completely crazy times, and she was there. She was part of it.
Oh, I thought you'd filmed in a hotel. It looks like a hotel room.
Uh, I mean, it was the first idea, but the timing, you know, the season. I mean, all the hotels were booked, and especially in the area. And in the end, it was the best thing to do at mine because the room is big, bigger than the hotel, and so we had all the room to you know to stock cases, flights, stuff, catering, you know. So in the end, it was better to do that to mine. So
What about like the corridors? Because walking down the corridors and the bar
oh,
was
the
that.
corridor is another place. But don't tell that. No, no, the corridor is being filmed in another place, but just this section of the video was filmed in another place. But everywhere was it's my bathroom, my living room, and everywhere is in my house.
Is your cat? Is she in the video? Your cat, or do you
I
not
don't
see?
think so.
If you look closely, you'll see a cat. People are going to be looking for cats now, Frank.
Yeah, I know. I say, yeah. If you want to make money, you have to put a car, cats, woman. It's another thing.
Can you tell me the background about the band? I know you started in 1992, but how did you
Yeah.
all meet? How did you get together?
Oh, so I um, I was playing in a band before Corpus, and I mean Corpus started in '91, I think. It was a trio with a guitarist singer, and with my band we opened twice for them. And after the second show, Chris was working in a famous record store of the city, and he was into this alternative music, you know, like industrial post punk, goth, and stuff like this. So basically, he knew everyone because every Saturday people met there. Because there were no internet, you know, nothing. So if you wanted to listen to some new music, you had to go to the store, and which was a really cool thing. And so after this second show we did, it just asked me if I wanted to join the band. And first of all, I was laughing. I thought he was pissing me off because I played guitar for 3 months only. And so I didn't reply. I didn't answer. And then 1 week later, he asked me again, say, have you thought about joining the band? I said, are you serious? And he said, yeah, I'm really serious. So I was like, yeah. So I missed my college for 1 week to learn the songs. And then we did a rehearsal, just three of us, and it was cool. I've been engaged. We were looking for a singer. I knew Sebastian from another friends, you know, through another friends, and then we asked him, and it started like this, basically. So
Nice.
yeah, it was cool. But the thing is, I mean, people, maybe we don't say too much, but a really important thing, it was Chris was already 27 and Seb and I were only 18. So there's a big gap, in this um, range of age.
Yeah.
There's people who's already working, have a adult life, and Sebastian and I, we were to our parents at the university, So, I mean, this is something maybe was important in the end when the band split up, because with this difference of age, this gap was. I mean, it was more important for Chris being a bit older that us. We were quite young and a bit new into this, in the music scene. So yeah, so we met like this basically. So
Oh,
yeah, we met like this, and we went in the studio quite, you know, as we could. We were playing a gig, get the money, and with the money going to a studio to record the songs for the Twilight album. And the first time I went into a proper studio, I was at 18, and I remember as it was yesterday, as I put a foot in the studio, in the control room, I thought, I want to do that. It's going to be my job. I don't know exactly, then I've been chemist for 10 years. In the meantime, I was learning, because there was no school, nothing, no internet. I just learned with books on my knees. I was a real punk, against machines, against computer, against everything. But then when I started to make some new demos, and I needed stuff to record bass and guitar and keyboard and drum machine. So I needed stuff to record, and then I became more, more involved into the computer and stuff. But it's important to know that at the time there were no internet, no proper computers, and stuff like this.
did you
Did I?
record
Did
on
I?
reel to reels? Was it tape that you originally recorded on?
Yeah, it was like yeah, it was tape. It was like because um, it was the switch between the analog, full analog, and digital. So there was no computer, but we recorded in kind of, it's called a it was the DR16, which was like a videotape, and you could record the 16 tracks. I mean, 8 tracks, but if you had like a 1, 2, 3, every time you add one machine synchronized, you have more tracks. So I think it was a 24 tracks or 3 machines synchronized, but they were recorded on videotapes.
God, how did that work with the editing? Did you have to
You
splice
can't,
them?
yeah, you can't edit. You couldn't. You have to re-record. You couldn't edit or do anything.
So you couldn't
So
splice them. You couldn't do the. Oh, that'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? God, you couldn't do that, could you?
I
Jesus.
don't know. I think that's why the band at the time played more better than now, because now you can cut and paste, you know, and so you have to go in studio and know the songs perfectly, play perfectly, and so we always recorded live, all together at the same time. Then we could redo some takes, but the main song was recorded at once. We did like 3-4 takes and picked the best one, and then from this one we could, maybe there was some mistake, we do it again. Or if you it's funny because the first time I was just playing my guitar lines and stuff, but after the third session, the guy told me, oh, you can overdub things, and I didn't know it was possible. So and it's in the end, it's what I like the most. You play the song, and then you're in the place with your guitar in the end, and you're just playing around, just randomly, and some you pick like a really cool lines, and so, okay, I've got an idea, record. So the first song, there's just one guitar, and if you listen to afterwards, they're like, oh, there's 2, 3 guitars there. It was because we didn't know we could overdubs the guitars or whatever, everything we wanted, even the vocals, the very beginning, it just sung just one line, and then the guy said, yeah, can you overdub this thing? I said, yeah, can I do that? And yeah, of course you can. So we started to produce the things a bit better, but yeah, that's why, I mean, it was the beginning for everyone.
And a learning curve by the sounds of it as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I've always been into sounds, to be honest, since I'm really young, really, really young. I spent a lot of time with my uncle, and I was like 4. I born 73, so just to tell you, at 5, 78, I went through all the Pink Floyd stuff, Can, King Crimson, all this crazy atmospheric music. So I was really involved by the sound. It wasn't really, I mean, of course I was into the music, but I was really, my hero was, oh, I was captured by the sound in his proper, the basic word sound. I was like, wow. So I remember when I was in studio, I was already into listen properly every detail. I didn't know what it was going to be. It was going to be my job, but I was already into this. I remember I was really picky on things.
I'll ask what was the punk scene like in Nice when you were coming up, when you were growing up?
Nice is a special place for the culture. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, and honestly, it's political. There were some at the time. There were some cool. Okay, there have always been really cool bands since the '60s in Nice. Really good bands, but in different genre, like cold wave or later like rock and roll or stuff like dirty rock, like even like a Sonic Youth vibes. There always been a band, metal, rap as well. If we look at, there always been really cool bands, but not a lot. And venues were less and less venues. So yeah, I can't explain what I mean. Yeah, the dark music. I don't know about the. I mean, there all been alternative, especially when it's a place where there's a lot of money going on. So there is also the other side of the thing. The balance, which is like alternative music against system, against rock, against politics, against stuff like this. So it always been like this, but it wasn't big, but it was a good quality, let's say. I don't know if you know M83, this band, absolutely famous. It's not in this genre, but M83, they did the music for Impossible Mission with Tom Cruise.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, and then from here.
Oh,
Now he's been living in Los Angeles, in LA for years afterwards, but now he's back here.
oh,
And
nice.
he told last time we played in, he hugged me and he said, "Man, I started music because of you, Franck." And I say, "Yeah, but I'm still poor." Yeah, it's a funny thing. But
Oh,
I mean, these people is from the place.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
You just go to show. It's like I was talking to. Have you ever heard of a band called Paranoid Visions?
No, sorry.
Or Chumbawamba?
Yeah.
Chumbawamba. Yeah, we were talking about Chumbawamba and Dunstan from Chumbawamba, and he said that they were influenced by Conflict and do you know Conflict? The band
Yeah.
Conflict.
Yeah.
Conflict
Yeah.
and Steve Ignorant. Because apparently
Yeah.
they were talking one time about who sold the most records, as a joke.
Yeah.
And Peter from Paranoid Visions, you should check them out. A really good Irish punk band. Said, oh, Dunstan has, it's Chumbawamba are the biggest band. Well, then Dunstan was like, well, we wouldn't be the band we are if it wasn't for Conflict and Steve Ignorant. So you just made me think of that conversation. Sorry, Frank, I went into one.
No, cool. I'm just writing down Paranoid Vision. So I'm gonna check. I mean, but we never been into political lyrics. It's more a state of mind, a state of uh, emotions and sensation, but it must be relied to the society in the end because it's what we live in. And but we've never been into proper politics in your face things, because it's more, I would say, Corpus is more arty in some ways. But yeah, I love punk.
Uh,
In the last years, I love Shame, Viagra Boys. Before they became a bit mainstream, Idols, this kind of bands. Yeah, Shame. I love Shame. Shame. So yeah.
So how did you get in contact with Paul Bedford? What started that relationship? How did you meet? Did he contact you? Were you looking for somebody to help? You
Oh
know.
no, it's funny because it's about how life happens. And I think before the tour, I pushed the guy to get a pier somewhere. And because of the tour, we thought England have a pier in England would have been a good idea. And I don't know if you know Dana McDonald. No.
No.
Anyway, she's a booker, and she sent Sebastian a list of guys, person who could do the job. And at the same time, I was video chatting with John from the Cranes and also my drummer from my curl band. And I asked him the same question. I said, "Do you know someone?" And he said, "Yeah, I know someone. It's Paul. He works for these people, blah, blah, blah." So he sent me the contact. And because I had these two, it came twice from two different people that don't know each other. So I thought, okay, that's the right person. Then we had a video chat with Paul, and it was really cool. I mean, we agreed on the way. I don't know, the feeling connection. I had a cool vibe with him, and I think it was same for him. So we started like this, yeah.
When I was listening to some of the album, I really like the song Chaos actually and Room 36, but you've got
Yeah.
like your vocalist has got like David Bowie sort
Yeah.
of vocals and vibes.
Yeah.
What are your influences? I mean, you probably mentioned this already, but what would you say? Because I could hear Paradise Lost in there. I could hear Killing
Wow.
Joke.
Wow. Cool. I'm a really big Kim Jong fan as well. I mean, now we digested, I would say, what we been influenced by at the time when we were young. But yeah, sure, Susie and the Banshees, The Cure, Killing Joke, Chameleons, Christian Death, few albums. Chris is a big Clash fan. Sebastian is a big Bowie fan. I am a big Cure fan. I mean, the big bass, and I really went into really different kind of bands, like even Cocteau Twins, the first Dead Candence albums, really cool. Yes, Susie and the Banshees, Chameleons, Killing Joke were in a top 10 basically at the time, but afterwards, it's just like a combination of things. Look, I started to play guitar. Like what I thought Chris was kidding me off, because I was in this band at the time, and I was bassist, and I tried, I think, 10 guitarists, and nothing fit, no one fitted. And I thought, okay, look, Robert Smith plays 3 notes, but they're the good ones with a good sound, so I can do it. That's how I started playing guitar, So yeah, I think it's just about sound, emotion, energy, intensity, and we also like this kind of dark and light thing at the same time. what we like to put in the music, create an atmospheric surround space, you know, and with melodies and tension. We need the tension. I think, you know, even if the song is kind of slow, it just needs to feel. You have to feel that some tension inside. It could be like something, an atmosphere, or something. You think it's. I mean, the songs seems slow, but in your body you wonder, oh, I can't explain, you know. I mean, it's kind of physical thing.
Yeah. You kind of like see that like in the film, the video for Room 36. You've got that film noir sort of
Yeah,
feel, the tension, like the atmosphere, the feel. Yeah, it's
yes,
like
there is a tension in every song. I mean, from my side, the one I maybe my prefer is Crash the first, because I really love the drama of the chords and the tension all along. You know, it's just wow. It never goes down, never for 6 minutes. It's just like a train. You know, I quite love that song. And Chaos was the first single we did after the 26 years, 27 years. So we released it in October 2023, because we didn't plan to do a new album or whatever, you know, but the first thing we planned was just to do like a 10, 15 shows, and that's it. But we've enjoyed so much, and fans as well, you know. It was crazy. I mean, still now, but when it's new, you know, you back after 28 years, you don't know what to expect, you know, and people were so nice and so enjoying the time and the moment, and where, you know, the range of age was like, you know, from 15 years old to 70, and even the young guys were singing the songs like they know the song better than me. So and they asked, yeah, they started to ask, yeah, are you going to do something new? Or so we were, oh, let's see. And as we always did, we always created stuff together in the same room. Always, if someone started something and we just bang together. That's the magic thing we have still. And I don't know, at some point we were thinking about what we could do first, because you couldn't fucked up, because when you come back after 30 years, then it has to be good or you're dead. We always been sincere on stage, you know. We always give 100%. We're not faking anything, and it had to be same in the new song. It has to be true, you know. But you couldn't miss the thing, because it could have been really bad, you know, feedbacks, or, you know. So we waited, and once we went to the rehearsal room, and I was said, yeah, guy, I'll got this guitar riff, and I could imagine the songs that, like, you know, the beginning of Future Morning from the Placebo.
yeah,
Yeah, you know, there's a big tension, and the songs never start. Basically, it never explodes. And I think about something like this, keep the tension all along for a long time, and then bang. And so I just was playing around this guitar riff, and Chris found the bass with the drummer things. And I mean, it just came out like in 5 minutes, basically. And I had also the chorus. I composed the things at home, but it was just like, you know, I've got this. And we did the song like in 5 minutes. And in the end of the thing, said, okay, it's 3 minutes song, it's perfect. And because when we had to go back to the old album to do the tour, I really realized how we built the song at the time, naturally, you know, instinctively, but in some ways you still got a recipe. So I analyzed all the process, how songs were built, and to get the signature of the band. And I went back and I said, guys, this are fucking important. They have to be in the songs, but then we're free. And so we started with Chaos, and yeah, really happy with that. And feedbacks were amazing as well. I mean, now, a famous song is Saraband, and but we used to play Saraband and Chaos quite close in the set list, live, and I can see people singing Chaos like lyrics, like okay, it's a part of the, it's not something on the side, it's proper into the discography. So from then we thought, okay, that sounds good, and then we released another single called Fairy Lie, which is it's not on the album, it's on the B side of 7 Inches, which was a piano ballads things. I was at the opera house, I worked there, and I was tuning the piano, and I found this thing. So I put my phone, recorded, and I said, wow, what the fuck, that sounds cool. Then I came back home, plugged my piano, and I did these things, and I sent to the guy, and I said, look, it's the opposite of Chaos, but it's cool. And we released this song with the video, and we had really cool feedbacks as well. And from then I said, okay, let's do an album. We're free. I mean, we're in the good place, good path. We know what we have to do. So, and we didn't want to do an album to do a fourth album. We really want to do a proper album, a good one. Yeah. I mean, then you don't like, it's another conversation, but you can't tell it's shit. So it's what we absolutely wanted, because it would have been so awkward to come back with a shit album. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So you've got to feel confident about what you're doing. And you had such a long gap as well. I mean, I know you said you played in other bands during that gap.
Yeah.
But it's different because you'd be with a different set of people, different set of personalities, and different people work together differently. But I'm so glad that it's come through for you and it's sounding good and you're getting positive feedback. That's really good, especially after that long gap. It's yeah.
The band split up because it was, even if I wasn't there anymore at the end, but it was really intense for 3 albums in 4 years. And also remember that difference of ages. So Chris was nearly having 30s and Sebastian 21, 22. So at this time of your life, it's, the perception of life, it's different. And expectations are different. So the band split up because we were arguing all the time, because we were working too much, no manager. We were, I don't know if you know where Nice is in France, but it's a really small place in the bottom. So every time you have to do a show, you have to drive thousands of kilometers. And we did that. We drove for 18 hours to go to Berlin, play in a shit place with 20 people, and then come back. It happens. I mean, Dortmund was 4 people in the crowd, 4. So you come back from this and you feel like, oh God, everything for that, it's not worth it. But so in the end, the band exploded, and luckily we always been in contact, because I played guitars on Sebastian project, and we reunited all 3 together to do a Press Gang Metropole in 2012, which is a good album, but it's not goth. But we didn't want to do a Corpus band, so we did something kind of different. But we've always been in contact, and then when the band exploded through the socials and the platforms and everything, Cleopatra came back and asked for a new album release and vinyl, and we said, okay, let's do that. And in the meantime, Sebastian was collecting pictures, to to follow the album's release from Cleopatra, but there was nothing behind, and then he started to receive some email from Mexico, LA, New York, wherever, and after the fourth or fifth email he sent us a text and he said, guys, and so we reunited. We had a beer together and we thought, okay, it's for the band. It's just the band. It's not about us egos or whatever. It's just the band. It's just about the songs. It's just about what we did. And now it's here. We just have to grab this opportunity and travel all around the world and enjoy what we did at the time. But it's not about egos. It's just a fucking band.
Yeah.
And I told them the music, it's not hers anymore. It's fans. The band, it's not a band. It's fans' band now. That's why we giving 100% on stage every time. We spend a lot of time with fans. We sharing a lot of conversations. I don't know. I can't explain because we back because of them or thanks to them. So so there's no egos. Everyone now is in the 50s. Chris turned 60s 1 month ago. So it's a different. Yeah, expectations not the same. We're just having fun and enjoying the time. And when a few nice things happen, where was in Paris, Germany, France, Mexico. There were fans, all times fans, came with their sons, with their kids, and the kids were fans as well. And it was like just mad, And so things like this, or people taking your hands, crying, your music saved my life at the time. I went through this. I lost my parents, blah, 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 in a car accident. And man, I was crying. The guy told me this in Mexico like this. And we had like how do you say that? A signature in a shop, to sign the vinyls,
Yeah.
And we had to stay like it was planned for 1 hour and 15 minutes. We stayed 3 hours. And I think we saw like 400 people with presents, cakes, story. Yeah, so, we met these 400 people. Everyone was telling you a story, or they were shaking, shy like this. And it's absolutely beautiful because, 2-3 hours later, we were playing in front of, it was sold out, 1200s sold out. And you go on stage and your fan, them. And you can't fake. If it's not allowed. You have to give 100%. It's not our things to fake anything, but you know what I mean. You understand many. Were you there? How crazy the bands became famous. We were in the biggest square in Mexico. Just arrived, and a guy came, said, "Are you Corpus Delicti in Mexico?" It was like, wow. Even in East, it's not happening. So it was really important to, and then they give you an idea about the impact of the band through the generations, and why the guys love the music. So basically we wrote down, I would say, all the reasons. And then once everything, you're ready to make a new album, and you know why, and you know how, and you know for who. That was important. Yeah, the most important thing is to be true, sincere. I'm speaking too much.
No, you're fine. I think that's something you realise as you get older as well. Like when you're younger and you start a band, you don't think of it as much, do you? When you get older, you realise it becomes more important. It becomes a bit more, I want to say precious, like it's like, yeah.
Yeah, when we did the very first show, um, we so who booked the tickets? You know, they were coming from Greece, Dublin, London, Peru, Italy, and before the show, in a few days before, I wasn't well, was really nervous, but it wasn't like the like you're nervous when you before a show because after 2 seconds it's gone. It was a bit different, and I didn't want to see anyone before the gig. We did the sound check was good. We were confident. It was cool, but there was something wrong in me, and in the end, I ended to go out and talk with a guy from which I'm friend now, old fan from Italy, and he said, "Yeah, basically, you're the number one of the League Two. There's the League One with the Chameleons, Killing Joke, all these bands, and he said basically you became the number one of through the years, became the number one of the League Two." And I mean, talking with him, that's the moment I really got that the music is not her anymore. It's fans' music. It's not only so you have to do it well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's and then yeah, you understand the impact after all these years. Honestly, it's magic for me. It's I'm rich. In September, we played with Chameleons, same stage. So I spent one afternoon with them, and I remember I was 15, looking their videotape Camden show. I was like, "What the fuck? This band is amazing!" And now we're spending afternoons together. I did the same with now I'm kind of friend with Trent Moller. This guy in Danish guy. I don't know if you know him. Really cool. More electronics. His background is post-punk and shoegaze. My drummer is John from the Cranes. Now all the old Cranes band are friends. Jim was carrying my guitar last time I was with my other friends. Can you imagine that? Jim carrying my guitar. So I reached that point, and even having a chat with Roman Drug, 2-3 days ago, I was like, I'm rich. I feel rich. I feel like, how can I explain? I feel like, I'm done, basically. So now I'm here, I want to stay here.
You don't feel like it could get any better?
It could get better, but to get better has to be in the place, doing cool things, being nice. No, you know what I mean. I have to be present. I have to be. I would have to have a chance to maybe work with someone known, and but it has to be natural. I don't like because of, so I never chase my favorite bands, but today I mean, being with them backstage, having conversation with them, and just like we equal. I mean, for me, is a big thing. I think it's important to. It's not about. I mean, personally, I think I needed kind of acknowledgement, because really pretentiously I was thinking, shit, I'm doing good stuff. Seriously, I mean, not like okay, but seriously, the process was professional from the very beginning, etc., etc. Built my studio. Look, kind of cool. I've got the booze stuff. I've got Robert Smith looking at me. you know. So I mean, I did everything I did in my life was quite serious. The process was quite professional and serious. And so at some point I needed some acknowledgement in some ways to feel, to feel more confident, or, this kind of thing. So now when I told you, when I spent the afternoon with Reggie Smiths from Chameleons and the evening with Mark having drinks, and it was so natural. I mean, you know, I mean, it was so natural. So I was thinking, shit, I'm done. Because you know, we are in France. Also, if you're in London, in the middle of the scene, you might meet people around, you know, walking down the street. But in Nice, there's nothing, no one. You know, I mean, it's just for me, it was Disneyland.
Didn't you have a biography of the band released, or did I misread
It's
that?
been there is a book made in 2010, I think. It's never been translated. I don't know why. When we met the I mean, we met before, but when the author came for the first reunion show, because I think it's been a kind of sparkle of the reunion, even if it was 12 years ago, because he had he interviewed every one of the band separately, so everyone talked openly. So all the problems were on the table when everyone read the book, you know. So I mean that helped a lot when we reformed. And I told him you have to do the Tom too.
So
Yeah.
when you're coming over to the UK, when does the tour start?
When the first show is on the 19th in Edinburgh. We do the London one on the 28th at the garage.
Okay,
So
cool.
if you're around,
I'll come down. 'Cause it's not
yeah, yeah,
far
just
from
tell
me, the
me.
garage. It's dependent on childcare. I do warn people about this because I've got two children.
Let's do songs together.
Yeah, yeah. I've
Would
got
be
my
cool.
ukulele, so I've been doing songs on my own. I did my own solo gig back in November, and I've never had it where I've come off of stage and then been shaking. I was really shaking.
You know, I understand. Yeah, it's different.
It's so different. I'm used to people on the stage with me, and I had nobody. I actually had an audience, believe it or not. And I actually said to them, I said, I can't believe you're all still here.
That's cool.
But when I was at the bar, I couldn't operate my purse. I couldn't work my phone because I was shaking. It took
Yeah,
half an hour after I played to, bring myself back down again.
I'm feeling better.
Yeah. Do you do solo gigs? Do you do?
No, no, I can't. I'm not interested as well. I mean, it's not being interested, but I'm more interested in being in my studio and producing and making music and create stuff, you know. I did a few songs 6 or 5 years ago in French, and I never released them. And when I played to my friends, they said, "Man, why you keep that, man? Just release that. They're fucking good." And I said, "Yeah, don't know." And then I started to make a project with my daughter. She's got a fucking cool voice in between Lana Del Rey, PG Harvey, and this kind of texture, you know, tone. And she sings so beautifully, and she always surprised me. You know, I don't expect what she's gonna sing. You know, she has no control. She's just instinctive. Just sometimes she comes for 1 hour. Hey, Dad, yeah, let's do this. But then I'm in the middle. I have to go. You know. But yeah, but it's cool because we did Martin Dupont maybe. It's a French 80s band where they really brought something to the music. You know, they were one of the first band using samplers and stuff like this at the time. So they reunited as well, and they're releasing tribute album, and they asked me to do one, and he said, if you need a singer, and I said, no, no, I don't. But I didn't tell them I was doing with my daughter because it could be like a Sunday thing, and so I did the cover and I sent to them, and he said, "Who's the singer?" And I handed said, "It's my daughter." And he said, "What?" So lately, I mean, last week he received another call from another artist, and he didn't like the vocals, and he said, "Could you ask your daughter to sing on it?" And so we did it. So it's cool for her. I mean, I'm more interested in these things rather than being solo somewhere.
Yeah.
I prefer to. I don't know if I have to choose how to be famous, I would like to be famous because of my studio. Or I mean, my studio. It's not a big studio, but because of my work, you know. And if you go gigging solo, it's just I couldn't do that. I don't think I could do. I mean, I could, but I don't know. I don't know. One side of me is kind of eccentric, and one side of me is really shy, you know. So I might have to be drunk.
I thought
But I
I
don't
bet
know.
I did contemplate getting drunk before I got up there, but I thought no, I'll end up ranting about something.
Yeah, you know. I finished the shows drunk, may, maybe all the time, but not because I drink much. Because I used to have like 2 shots of vodka just before to go on stage, and then I put another 2 shots of vodka in the beer on stage, which it's not much, you know, in 2 3 hours. But you know, I think the adrenaline and the things makes you you know drunk in the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I go off stage and you know, oh, Frank, are you drunk? No, but the next day I see pictures. I don't remember. I was with a Crisis singer. You know, Crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was with him, and he's bald. I was licking his head, and I never met him before. So I texted him the next day. I said, "I'm sorry, mate," and he said, "Look, I even don't remember. I don't know what was the vodka, but anyway, it's funny stories." So yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, but if I think about it now, I'm still. Oh my god.
I don't know
So
what to say to that, Frank.
yeah, it's okay. Oh man, it was funny, but yeah, it's fun. What it is, you know. So when you gig and when you play your music, it has to be fun.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? You can't be in a situation where you're
Oh,
yeah, where it's not fun
I,
or yeah.
yeah, I mean, we know it on stage. Like, I mean, I don't like the word goth. Sorry. We not like dead people playing, like pretending to be. No, I'm jumping around, smiling to people. That's the way I am, you know. It, you know, what I mean, it would
Yeah.
have been fake to be on stage and yeah, you play dark music. Oh no.
Hey, just being yourself.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? I think people buy the fucking ticket. I think we were in Italy 2 3 months ago, and because I am the contact with the crowd. I don't know how to explain. Everyone has a role in the band, so I don't know why. Naturally, I'm connecting with the crowd more than the other ones because I'm just a bit. I thought this girl was singing all the songs, all of them. And I was so at some point just before Sarah Band, which is our hit, I went to Seb and I told him, "Hey, call her on stage." And look, we didn't know, but she was 15 and it was his
Oh.
birthday.
Oh.
So I think that's what I like. You know, people pay the tickets. They want to enjoy something. You have to give 100%. And that happened. You know, this girl was 15. She came on stage singing. You know, it was more like it was a gift for her. And she was 15. It was her birthday. And we didn't know, of course, but she is a cool memory for her for her entire life, I think.
Definitely. That's really cool.
The importance is what you delivery, the
Yeah.
emotion, the sound, and the melodies. You know,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
it.
I totally
That's it.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing from the soul, playing from the heart.
Yeah, because I know many guys. I met a few guys in my life. Yeah, playing. Yeah, you play shit, Franck, and I say, yeah, but I did 10 albums.
Yeah, that's really good. You know what? I'll remember that. You know, if I get any, yeah, that's really. I have recorded stuff. You've recorded stuff, so it doesn't matter, does it? It's how we feel, and yeah,
Yeah, it's more about the result. I mean, it's more about what is the purpose of art. What art is everywhere. I mean, everywhere could be art. You know, take a pot of paint, put on a wall, it does something crazy. That's art in some ways, you know. And you're not Picasso. I mean, you use the things in a different way, you know. I'm not the guy playing guitar 2 hours a day, every day to practice. No, I do my thing, put the guitar on the side, and I do my studio stuff because I love that,
yeah,
you know. So it's more about what you want to do, what you want to say, how you're going to do it, and the rest is just tools.
yeah, and that
You know?
is punk rock at heart, isn't it?
I think I am. I think life is like this. I always told my daughter, every time you go out the house is war. You have to be careful about everything. Every time you open an eye in the morning, the government fucks you already. You know, every day. So and I told her, be in the system because the best way to get out of the system is to be in. So pay your fucking bills, your taxes, be cool with that, but then do what you want. That's why I like also in the Great Britain music. It's because many art, not just music. It's because maybe because it's an island, and maybe because it's many things are do it yourself DIY. You know, because you do what you got in the ends. So if you're creative, you're gonna do something crazy, and you give the same stuff to another guy, he's gonna do nothing. You know, so I think I like that.
Yeah, Frank, I'm going to have to start wrapping this up now.
Yep.
It's been brilliant talking to you.
Thank you so much for the same for me.
Right then, Frank, I'll let you get on, and thank you
Yep.
for your time.
Thank you too. It was really cool.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Have a good day.
That was Frank from Corpus Delicti. We were Punk Rock Creators Podcast. Thank you for listening. See you again soon. Bye.